Okay, so there's something I've been thinking about. If you could choose, would you rather age like a Saiyan or a Viltrumite? Let's compare starting with Saiyans. According to an interview with Toriyama, Saiyans have a similar life expectancy to humans, meaning they can live to be pretty old even in the hundreds. For example, Pan at the end of Dragonball GT. The reason you don't see that often is because Saiyans usually die early given that they are always fighting. The way aging works as a Saiyan is that you age normally up until your late 20s, early 30s.
If anything, I'd say you Saiyans are weirdos for never aging! You heard me!
We Saiyans are a race of warriors. Our bodies remain youthful so we can continue to fight.
At which point you stop aging until you hit your 80s, meaning that you will spend the majority of your life physically in your 30s. Now, as seen with Saiyans like Paragus, your hair can still turn grey as you get older, but this could also just be that Paragus might already be in his 80s, as such his age is finally catching up with him. As with the end of Z, Vegeta should be physically in his 50s and he doesn't have a grey hair in sight. Comparatively, Viltrumites have a potential lifespan in the tens of thousands. As Nolan says to Mark,
"Do you have any idea how long we live? The older we get, the slower we age. Everyone you know and love will be gone before you even look 30.
Now, to put this into perspective, Nolan looks to be physically in his 40s. However, Nolan is over 2,000 years old. To make it even crazier, Nolan was born after the Viltrumite purge.
By the time I was born, Viltrum was already the greatest empire in our galaxy. Once I was old enough, I joined the war effort.
And looky here, who was a part of that purge? Conquest. It seems he also still had his arm back here and everything. Now, if we compare what Conquest looks like here to his current day appearance, you'll notice that he pretty much hasn't changed at all. Now, it's hard to tell exactly how old Conquest looks because he's a cartoon, but Oliver referred to him as old as dirt, and Conquest even himself admits that he is old. But because Viltrumites age slower the older they get, this means that Conquest has been physically about the same age for the last 2,000 years. Meaning that despite living longer, if you plan to die of old age as a Viltrumite, you will live the majority of your lifespan as like a 90-year-old. However, the aforementioned majority will encompass multiple millennia. So what do you guys think? Would you rather age like a Saiyan or a Viltrumite? I think personally I would rather go with Viltrumite. With Saiyan aging, you don't have to worry about getting older for a while, but eventually the passage of time will catch up to you. Whereas with the Viltrumite, yes, you will have to suffer the negatives of old age for a lot longer. You also get to experience the benefits of youth for way longer than with the Saiyan. I guess this would depend more on if you would want to live that long in the first place though. Like, are you happy with the human lifespan or do you want to live for thousands of years? Anyway, feel free to discuss in the comments. I like reading you guys' thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.